Mr. Regis, Studio Electronics.
Mr. Brad.
So usually we come on Sunday where both you and I are completely just ruined.
Right.
I feel
that the feeling in the throat is one of devastation, and
I wanted to give you a fairer crack of the whip and present you as you really are this year.
Yes. Sans the desolation. That was the other D word I was looking for. Well, here we are. Thanks to the lovely folks at Mode Machines who split the booth with us last minute. We're in the mix. Studio Electronics once again. And we have brought our fully realized Sensei Hybrid system, which is in orbit right now thanks to a customer. The discrete Class A oscillation modules, beautiful Model D, ARP 2600, Tim Caswell, perfected designs, and the lovely filter, the 15-9 ladder, we know where that comes from. Tom's marvelous filter, but with our take on it, and then the 4075, which is really the 4072, fantastic. We know what that sounds like.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I reviewed, I believe.
Yes.
I think I covered them.
Quite aptly as well. And the SC88, little rebranding on the top there, the dual CS80 filter. We've brought into the mix an Attenulag, which had some much needed utility functions. You can come in out of one, you can pump all of your oscillators into here and then use it as a mult or glide a couple of them using the lags. And it brings more synthesizer to the synthesizer. The same could be said for the VCA2, which is the discrete 4-in, 1-out. I'm sorry, the VCA2, which is a 2-in. 2-in, 1-out. I'm probably not describing this right. But you can anyway, it's a little VCA that allows you some more classic synthesizer flexibility. In one, in B, out. And a couple of CVs.
Right, gotcha.
Oh, it's a double VCA, right, with under CV control. That's what I meant to say from the beginning. And another little mixer here. Our shapers were taking up a little bit too much space. Really, I should have stripped the wires, but there it is.
Right.
4-in, 1-out, very handy. Shapers, LFO, amp, a router, some quick stuff. Kind of like a Boomstar sort of thing where you can switch between dramatic sort of things.
So you're really sort of building a kind of purely purely studio electronics.
Right. We wanted to fully realize the Sensei analog, which wasn't quite there, even though we pumped it out a month or so ago with about 5 mults. But it's there now. Everything's in place in the monorocket case. And over here, which I should say for last, is the Sensei Hybrid. All of the digital models are reversed out. The lovely new Quadnic, which is a 4 oscillator, a DCO, the grainy clamp, phase distortion, granular synthesis.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's a great name, I just like it.
Has nothing to do with a television show or Southerners. So this should be a 3003, but Greg's a little tired this week. But this is the fully realized Sensei Hybrid.
Right.
With the Charcot Circles manning and the breakout box here. So it takes your 8x16 and can spit out 4 CVs and gates, and I think it does some other very interesting thing. It's production. All of this is production, but oscillation, Quadnic, grainy clampet, VCA, Sci-Fi, SEM, 4075, SE88. Then you've got the MIDI 3, the Attenulag, the levels, the shapers, the amp. Lovely router here, the Charcot, breakout box, mult, mix 4, shapers, amp, the Sweet 16.
So that's a complete system.
That's a complete system with the glassy, hard, sort of not so warm at times digital models mixed with the gooey 1970s sound. It's sort of the best of both worlds. You shouldn't be able to get all those filters and all of that digital manipulation under the same hood as this marvelous analog system, but that's what we wanted to offer. And we'll play a little bit of it now, I guess. We've got something here up on the.
So there's a Tonestar there, and there's the Charcot Circles, which I've not seen before.
Right, the Tonestar is the all-in SE1 voice, 31 years into 32 HP. One more for the road.
Nice tag. The guys at marketing must have been delighted with that, I'm sure.
Right. We've color-coded it, oscillators in blue, filter in black, modulation in white, and then the. I think this is all blue.
Yeah, it's
I am colorblind. Yes, shades of blue for the envelopes, and then the amplifier feedback control is the violet. And so we've tried to make the signal flow as intelligible as possible, trying to make it easy to understand the pre-patched modular system here that we've got going on. We're going to move the frequency of the Tonestar up to the top here for the oscillators, and we were coming at the LFO in 2 different places for the oscillator, so that's going to go over. That's going to stay here.
All right, so it's still work in progress, right?
The boards are already at the house, so in a couple of weeks we'll be shipping. Yeah, I mean it's the product of some 11th hour heroics, but it sounds gorgeous. So we should probably listen to a little bit of it from the Charcot Circles, which I think I made the mistake of turning off again. So let's get these going first. Let's try that again.
So what else? We're listening to the Tonestar here.
Yeah, we're listening here to the sine wave fully up with a little bit of sub.
That sounds massive, man.
Yeah, and that's with some drive. It's quite tame. And then you hit that drive, not to mention the feedback. But we always use too much of that in our demo, so.
Are you going to do all of the? Are you going to do these all with do all of those in different filter flavors as well?
It probably will happen. So let's run something a little more bouncy into it. Let's see if you can pick out this tune here. We're in load mode on the circles, so we'll go to patch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and drop that in. Let's go into global mode and get it to play all 8 parts. You can see that drive does it.
Yeah, brings the smudge at the bottom end in.
Yeah, with that little DC offset in the envelopes gets you that nice tick.
So is Charcot Circles new? I mean, I haven't seen this before. This is kind of a relatively new thing, right?
Yes, it is. It's an 8x16 step sequencer. The base level is the step. 16 steps make a track. 8 tracks go into a preset. And you can decide, once you get everything loaded in, what it is that, in track play mode, which tracks you'd like to play. So let's say
has it got multiple track outputs, or has it just got a single track?
We've got CV in gate, reset out, clock out, and then CV in and reset in. But the breakout box over here is what allows you to channelize.
So you can have multiple outputs, yeah.
So let's get one other thing going on it. We're in load mode here, so we'll just press 2. Some classic.
So you've got slide.
Which you can do on the Charcot as well. So here we are. You can hear it go through all the different melodies. Into track play mode, you can see all 8 tracks are illuminated, so let's take some out. Let's add the second one. Let's add some over here.
So that's sort of playing multiple sequences in chain or randomly?
Yeah, here we go. Let's get it to our master mode, drone mode.
That's nice.
It really gets that.
Easy. Look, it's only 10:30.
That's right. Get some noise in there.
So these 2 things, when are they going to be available? Have you got an idea of when and how much, and that kind of stuff? Those sort of questions.
Everything is in production, except for the Tonestars.
Okay, so Tonestar and Shakro. So what's the
$299 suggested for the Charcot.
Okay.
Yeah. and which we really haven't gone through in any extensive way whatsoever. You can play it in key mode, which will allow you to step through, and so you can play it like a little key mode control surface, which we can do quickly if we see where we were then. We're in key mode here. Let's get some. Let's get the crazy off. Let's get the noise off. Let's pull the octave up.
All right, so you can trigger individual steps as well.
Right. So say we're in. We're over here on our. That doesn't appear to be the sequence I remember in that location.
Hey, it's NAMM.
I think so.
But,
oh, there it is.
So, have you got an idea? Because the Boomstars, obviously, you know, they did really well for you. I mean, they really. They seem to kind of bring studio electronics right back into focus.
Yeah, I mean, it was
people just go, wow, they sounded so good.
Yeah, it was a way of getting.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Anyway, it's easy to show you how these how the key mode works. Or let's go to theremin mode. Oh, we've got some LFO going here.
Oh, so there's pressure going.
Yeah, and back to key mode.
Ah, gotcha. So anyway, the Tonestar price. You know, where are you hoping to put?
$499.
Okay, sweet.
That gets you into the voice that you're not going to get into Omega for $499, but you're going to get the discrete VCA for the Omega in the Tonestar. You're not going to get into one of these fully blown systems for $499, but the same voice, the same expertise. And it can move into multiple filter platforms, although we haven't given that a tremendous amount of thought. The most important thing was to make that synth box that expressed who we are, that could be patched, that could get geeky and nerdy and ugly, but the go-to patch for basses, for leads, if you need it, something dummy-proof.
And with that charismatic oscillator, because I mean, your oscillators just when you play them, you just go, oh, okay, yeah, I'm here now.
Right, it's the 5U sound. It's the our studio electronics sound. It's the sound that we help bring back by racking, the MIDI modes, and all of the other classic boxes. It gives you the tone you don't have to work for. It works for you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nick.
Award-winning customer service. Fast, free shipping on most orders. Own the gear of your dreams today.